Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, guys. You've got Bert and Lanny, the DD, your favorite dividend investors here on the YouTube stratosphere, guys. Yeah, your dividend champions of the world. We're here, guys. We're going to talk about some dogs in my portfolio. I call it the top five losers in my taxable stock portfolio. It's not all roses and butterflies in dividend investing. You do end up owning shares of stock that just don't perform well as others. So we're going to give you the truth here. I've got five stocks that are all down at least over 20% in my portfolio.
Smash the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Look, we're not going to try and sell you too much on something, but we want to say this is the thing that we think would make you want to subscribe to our channel. We have obviously we buy great stocks. We always want our investments to work out, but we also have no problem owning that every single investment doesn't work out. And I think that's part of it too. We're fully transparent. We put our full portfolios on our blog. We tell you our purchases. We hope they're going to work out, but they don't always do. So hopefully you can understand that we're human. The investments sometimes go down, but that's the beauty of it. You learn from it, you move on, you pick yourself up, and then you keep finding better investments and make your strategy better.
Just like Chumbawamba, you get knocked down, but you get up again. No, I'm kidding, guys. Or it's like mankind, you might get tossed off a Hell in a Cell through an announce table, but you still finish the match. You still reach the end goal.
Yeah, you just keep sitting up. You keep getting F5 by Brock Lesnar too on there. I know it's not mankind, but like you're like, give me another one. Just keep getting
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
spin around, slam. But all right, everybody. So we're talking about Lanny's top five losers, not top five foundation stocks for your portfolio, top five losers. And interestingly, yeah, I also own all five of these. So we're riding together on these. And I'll share my losses after we talk about Lanny. We'll see who's doing better for each one of them. Lanny, do you want to do this in reverse order? Build up to your biggest loser. Do you want to start at the top five, the number five loser, or do you want to go 1 to 5?
I know normally people would go, let's work away. We're going to work our way down. We're going to go with the biggest loser first, guys. We're going to hit you right off with the top, the cream of the bat here, guys.
Yeah.
We're talking Paramount. Ticker symbol is PARA. Definitely headliners as of late because they crushed themselves from their last earnings. Everything was down. Outlook does not look great. And they also cut their freaking dividend from 24 cents to 5 cents to save $500 million. And they also, reduce that stock price
Yeah.
thanks to the market. And I own 187 shares. I'm down 42.24%. I'm down over $2,000 on my Paramount investment.
I can't believe they're on this list with how great that last earnings release was. It was phenomenal. I mean, it was terrible. There's just nothing really good to say about it. It was terrible. It was awful. We talked about it in a video on Saturday. I'm performing a little better than Lanny on this one. I'm only down 31% for Paramount. So it's not one of our best winners. It's a far cry. Hindsight, everybody, we own them. We owned them before they were in meme stock. Probably should have dumped them when they were caught up in the meme stock madness. We missed that moment. We didn't just so it's a good lesson to just I don't really know what the lesson is from there. It's just Paramount sucks, right?
Well,
I'm kidding.
know your industries, know what you're investing into. Balance sheet always looked fine. Everything
Yeah.
kind of looked okay, but you don't know what they're actually doing sometimes during a quarter until they release information. And,
Yeah. And
again, yeah, learned a lot from this one.
I did too. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't say I don't know what my lessons are. I know exactly what my lessons are. The streaming sector is just getting slammed right now because content's expensive, funding. You're kind of seeing the other side of the low interest rate environment, of the impact of how low interest rates were able to prop up a lot of these streaming businesses that needed to spend a lot of money to keep up with them. When debt doubles, sometimes triples for some of these that probably don't have the best rated debt, something's got to give. And that's probably what happened here at Paramount.
Yep, let's dive into, dumb stock number two so far, guys. Again, I'm still holding that first position of Paramount. Let's get into number two. Still holding this dividend king, guys. Remember, these are all between here. These are some dividend stocks that are just new. These are some dividend stocks that have been doing it for over 50 years. MMN3M, we're talking to you, Mr. Earplug Lawsuit. I'm down 23.63%. Over 300,000 lawsuits have been filed against the earplugs. It could end up costing billions, 1 to 10, 10 to 20 billion. They should definitely take a note from J&J, Johnson and Johnson, to look at that talc lawsuit settlement and just try to get this behind them. But since then, that stock price has been hovering over $100 a share, and I always ask, is it going to finally crack below 100? But I'm down against 23.63% on my 3M investment.
Yep, and for me, I'm down 31%. I have not been averaging down. I've been waiting, just watching, putting my elsewhere. But with this around 100%, looking at these numbers, it might just be time to at least nibble on nibble on 3M to help lower that cost basis too. Because you're down 23%, I'm down 31%. I mean, it's a dividend king, but they have got to get these lawsuits out from underneath them. You're probably not going to see much appreciation until some news around that gets released.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I'm down about $1,100 almost in 3M. So just put some numbers to it. So, between the first two stocks, down $3.4 thousand.
Number 3.
All right, guys, we're going to go to the Rock of the West, the WestRock, ticker symbol WRK. I always call him the big pizza box owner. During the financial crisis, actually, again, I'm down 23% for those that need to know, 23.09. During the financial or the pandemic, which crisis am I talking about? COVID. During 2020, they reduced their dividend from 46.5 cents to 20 cents per share. And that really started this tumble of the stock price. Now, since then, they've increased their dividend quite a few times, and they're now back up to 27.5 cents. Again, they could have afforded the dividend to stay at 46.5, but they kind of used, I think, the pandemic to kind of just, hey, let's save some cash and let's get a little bit more fluid. I'm down about 1.35 thousand. So, you do the math. I'm already at, about 4.75K. I'm down between these three stocks.
Down 37.83% here for myself. So,
and I have though averaged down into the, upper 20s, low 30s on a few shares.
Yeah, and you're starting to see the a little bit here. Laney and I typically bought these around the same time. You'll see the ones where he's been averaging down because his losses are lower. I haven't been averaging down, so my losses are obviously a lot larger. That's how it's one strategy for people. If you believe in these companies in the long term, you can keep buying them as they're down, lower that cost basis, lower the loss, so that when the comeback does happen, you really get to benefit and take off.
Adrian.
Yeah.
So, guys, let's get into dividend stock number 4, the fourth biggest loser in my taxable account by percentage. This isn't by dollar. Again, it's by percentage. I'm down on Verizon Wireless, or Verizon, ticker symbol VZ. I'm down 21.27%. Revenue's down, this year versus last year so far. They've got over $140 billion in long-term debt, so things are getting quite expensive, especially when they had to roll out 5G. Interest rates are high, so any new debt is going to be very costly. I'm down about $1.4 thousand, so we're already over 6,000 in total unrealized losses amongst these 4 positions in my portfolio.
Yeah, we're down 23% here, 23.91 actually, so very much in line with Lanny versus against the last 2. But again, Verizon's down. They've got some catching up to do with T-Mobile. They're both, Verizon and AT&T are facing this exact same issue. They're getting beat, and it's expensive to invest in this 5G technology and eventually 6G too.
I haven't been adding anything to Verizon, but I've been letting it drip. To give you guys a frame of reference too, I own 133 shares and kind of drip around $85 to $90 per quarter. So I'm picking up around 2 to 3 shares each and every quarter right now. So that's been averaging down through drip.
Yeah. So let's end it here. Number 5. Tell us, Lanny, who is that 5th dog in your?
This is 5th dog, 5th loser. Hopefully the networks don't take me down for the Biggest Loser show. But guys, this stock, I'm down 20.31%. We're getting into banking finally. This is a regional bank, Provident Financial Services, ticker symbol is PFS. They've gotten crushed, obviously, with the banking industry. This regional bank is no different. Pretty small bank, but it's that if you're up in your bank position, bravo. But I'm down about 20.31%, or about $1,000. So now I'm about $7.2 thousand down total amongst these 5 companies. Again, I continue to hold PFS, Provident. I've averaged down, bought a share here and there in these mid to upper teens in stock price. Going to continue to own and continue to drip.
Yeah, I'm down 29%. here, but obviously, like you, and you've been buying, you've been owning dripping. I'm doing the same thing with all my other banking positions. It's actually kind of shocking that the first bank was number 5 on this list based on everything that's going on. So we'll see. But again, to summarize, Laney's top 5 dogs. Number 1, Paramount down 42%, 3M down 23.63%, WestRock down 23.09%, Verizon down 21.27%, Provident down 20%. I own the same 5, so everybody let us know, who are your 5 worst performing positions. I think it'd be curious, do you own these companies or are you completely different? It's always kind of fun to look at your portfolio, the winners and the losers. It'd be great to see how many of these 5 you own, and if not, what are your bottom 5?
Yeah, do you own just winners? Let us know in the comments below.
I don't lose.
Yeah, rule number 1, win. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. Guys, like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. Keep saving, keep investing, ride the course, stay the course, and we'll all get there together. Bert, any other parting words?
Let's just keep investing. I know you said it. I'm gonna reiterate that here. I just want to reiterate that. Go back to our last video, like it, because if we still get to 400 likes on that last video, we're gonna give out some Diplomat swag, and we're gonna close that by the end of this week before our next Sunday video is produced. So
Go, guys. Let's get it. Yep. And guys, you're either with us or you're against us. That was Bert and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.